When you're happy and you know, you clap your hands. When you're happy and you know, you clap your hands. When you're happy and you know, and your face will surely show. When you're happy and you know, you clap your hands. Hi children, how are you all? Welcome you back to my class. Okay, I'm Archie ma'am, and if I'm not wrong, this is our third class. Okay, so are you all having fun? Shall we move ahead? Fine. So before we move ahead with today's lesson, I will quickly do a recap of what we have learned in the last class. Okay, we have read about a story called A Bad Back. Okay, it's about a little girl like you called Sophie. Okay, she is 4 to 5 years old, and we have seen what her characteristics is like. You have formed a fact file. Now we read about the character Sophie. We imagined a similar character, and we read through the story. This Sophie's father, regarding Sophie's father mainly, who's having a bad back and who is lying down, and Sophie coming in and joining him. She also lies down eventually, and Sophie suggests her dad to play this game I Spy. We try to strike a conversation between Sophie and his father, recreating the conversation between you and your friend, and we imagined similar conversations. Okay, we also thought about how different the ending of this story can be. Okay, so this was about the last class. Okay, today we will do something funny, we will do something familiar. Okay, everybody of us are familiar with, we go through this every day of our life, and you see how funny it is. So as I told you, today's topic is funny, it's regular. Okay, something we do it regularly, we get to hear on a daily basis. Okay, the things that moms say. Okay, the things that my mom, your mom, all our moms say. Okay, that's very typical of mom. What are they? You all must be knowing. I'm just saying some very typical statements. Wake up. Hey you, wake up. Why are you sleeping so late? I hope you all hear this. Okay, in the morning, that's the first thing you wake up to. The next, get up, out of bed. Mind your feet. Don't step there. There's water over there. It'll get dirty. Don't step there. Mind your feet. Mind your head. You'll get hurt. You'll knock over there. Lower your head and walk. Mind your head. Don't bang against the door or the wall. Don't run around. Don't be late. Look at your room. What a mess. What a state. My goodness. You all tell me, whose mom, is there anybody who finds it little difficult to associate with this? I don't think so. Put all your stuff away now, please. Why can I never find my keys? Close your mouth and eat your food. Don't look at that. Don't stare. It's rude. Get off the table, please. Elbows off the table. You should not keep your elbows like this. Your mom must be telling you, don't put your elbows like this. Eat fast, right? So elbows off the table. The word off is stressed on. Okay. Money doesn't grow on trees. What do you think? Today, if you ask for something, you'll keep on asking me for things, and me and daddy will get you the things. We have to pay a certain money for the things. You should know it. And money doesn't grow on trees. That whatever, we don't have lots of money that we will be able to meet whatever you demand. Okay. So money doesn't grow on trees. The trees, just imagine money growing on trees. So mom said money doesn't grow on trees. I won't tell you again. I'm telling you now, listen to it properly. I won't tell you the same thing again. Did you hear what I said? I won't tell you again. See, she's saying that again. I won't tell you again. She had said once. Again, she's saying that I won't tell you again. The moms, our moms, they have a habit of repeating the same things and saying that I won't say this. But they will eventually end up saying the same thing. Because they want to make sure that the children, you all are safe. That's why they will, irrespective of what they say, they will keep on repeating the same things again and again. Okay. Next, it's time for bed. Now get up, clean up the mess, wrap up everything. It's time for bed. Okay. So I hope you all identified with the points, and you can imagine your mom saying that every day, right? Every day you'll see in your book there is this, this entire list given. Okay. Find out the rhyming words here. Like here the rhyming words are like please, trees, keys, like this. Okay. You should look at the punctuations used, where exactly where it has been used, comma, full stop, question mark, inverted commas. Okay. So you have to look for these. Next, you think of certain questions. Okay. Here, money doesn't grow on trees. What does this mean? Money doesn't grow on trees. All know money doesn't grow on trees. Demand for something which is more than ordinary. If you keep on demanding something, your mom or your dad will tell you money doesn't grow in trees. That means source of money can't be unending. Okay, so you have to cut down your demands. You have to place your demands accordingly. Okay. Now, what is this sentence here that mom repeats? And why do you think it's funny? See, I won't tell you again. She repeats it again. Okay. So this is funny. She says something, I won't do it. Again, she does that. Like, again, she ends up saying the same sentence. Okay. All moms do it. Trust me. So think about, you know, your mom saying this. How your mom would be, saying these instructions, and you act like your mommy. Try enacting like whatever is written in the list. Try saying it aloud. Record your voice and listen to it, how it feels. A conversation. Just imagine a conversation happening between a mom and and her daughter or her son. How would the conversation go? Like, what are the other instructions, the other commands that a mom can say, that the mom can give? What are the other things you feel your mom can say? So make a list of it. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you a story. Okay. This is about a daughter, a girl like your aged daughter. So her name is Daisy, and she is not fond of peas. She doesn't like peas at all. Okay. This is about her and her mom, the conversation that goes on between Daisy and her mom. Okay. Imagine you are Daisy. Okay. So let's see the name of the story is Eat Your Peas. It's written by Keys Gray. Okay. Let's see how the story runs like. Okay. Now Daisy, as I told you, is not fond of peas. Okay. So just before the dinner, she knows exactly what her mom would tell her. Okay. She sits down on the chair. Okay, in the dining room, and she sees there is a plate full of peas. Those green balls. She doesn't like to have them. She doesn't like peas at all, in spite of knowing that her mom had given her the peas. Okay. Then, as she predicted it would go, like her mom said, eat your peas, eat the peas. Daisy said, Mom, I don't like them. In order to convince Daisy to eat the peas, Mom said, if you eat the peas, I'll give you some pudding. Still, Daisy said, Mom, I don't like peas. And Mom repeats, if you eat the peas, you can stay up for half an hour. You can go to sleep a little late. Still, Daisy is not convinced. She said, Mom, I don't like peas. Daisy's mom said, if you eat your peas, you can skip your bath. Daisy is yet not convinced. Now, her mom tries her level best to convince Daisy. She says, now see, if you eat your peas, you'll have 10 puddings. Okay. You can really stay up late. You won't have to do clothes, wash your clothes for 2 months. I'll do it for you. And I'll buy you a new bike. So there the story ends. This story ends here. Okay. You must be thinking what happens next. What are the other deals the mom, Daisy's mom comes up with. Okay. So after reading the story, it's an open-ended story. It doesn't end here. You can add on. Daisy's mom can still, try to tempt her, with more, deals and all. She tries to keeps on trying. Okay, and Daisy is a tough nut to crack. She said, no, I won't have. Or else you can think of, an ending where Daisy gives in, says, okay, mom, fine. I'll have it. Don't worry. I'll eat the piece. There can be two endings. Okay, the author leaves you thinking. Now that you know the story, let me go through a few questions that can come up in your mind. Okay, what are the characters in this story? Daisy and a mom. Okay, where is it taking place? Where do you think this kind of a conversation before the dinner, okay, just before having dinner, can take place? Of course, your home, right? Daisy's home, that is. Why does Daisy keep saying the same thing? I don't like peas, because she genuinely doesn't like peas, and she won't be convinced. She won't give in to whatever, her mom might say, because she genuinely doesn't like peas. Okay. Now write the missing word from sentences like, if you eat your peas, you can I'll give you a pudding. I'll give you pudding. If you eat your peas, dot 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 dot. What does Daisy say after that? Then again, my mom said, I'll give you a new bike. What happens in between? You can fill up this. You can fill up this, the missing passage in between. Or there can be paragraphs. There can be a paragraph. You have to write in the missing words. Okay. Certain exercises, will be given to you. Now, look at this statement, this sentence. I don't like peas, said Daisy. Now you have to rewrite this sentence with the correct pronunciation marks, including inverted commas, full stop, comma, wherever required. Inverted commas, it's used to, say something on someone's behalf. Whatever she's saying, that part is, he or she's saying, that part is kept in inverted commas. The inverted comma starts when the speech, whatever that person said, that speech starts, and when the speech ends, that inverted comma closes. Now, how can you rewrite this statement? I don't like peas. Look at this. I don't like peas, said Daisy. So this is something which Daisy is saying. The narrator is not Daisy. So this is the thing which Daisy said. It has to be put into inverted commas. As I said in the beginning, the speech starts, I put an inverted comma here. The speech ends, I don't like peas. That's it. Inverted comma, close inverted, open inverted commas, close inverted commas. Then I don't like peas, pause, the comma. Wherever there is a pause, you have to put a comma. Okay. I don't like peas, comma, said Daisy, full stop. At the end of the statement, you should have a full stop. So, open inverted commas, I don't like peas, close inverted commas, comma, pause, said Daisy, full stop. So this is how you rewrite this statement. Okay. Now, you can play this Daisy game, where you can have a list of promises to get a lollipop. Let me see how the list can be. If you give me a lolly, say you're saying it to your mom. If you give me a lolly, I will be good, mom. Next, if you give me a lolly, I will be good and go to bed early. The mom is not yet convinced. You further add up. If you give me a lolly, I will be good, go to bed and not snore. Mom doesn't like, me snoring, because that disturbs the sleep. So you try your level best to convince mommy. You keep on adding your conditions one after the other. Okay. So that's how you can play this Daisy game. Now, you have to see of, since the story is an open-ended one, it doesn't give a proper ending. It leaves you thinking of possible conclusions. You can think of what Daisy's mom could have, how Daisy's mom could have, tried to convince her further. What are the other conditions the Daisy's mom might have given her in order to convince her to have the peas? It can be, okay, I'll take you to a sweet shop. Even if you are not ready to have your peas, even after this, I'll take you to a sweet shop. She doesn't agree. Again, then she can say, I'll buy you this. I'll buy you a new PlayStation. She's not convinced. She says, okay, we will visit the zoo. So, like that you can keep on adding, whatever you feel, you can keep on adding. So, what do you think? Did Daisy, if the story goes on like this, would Daisy, give in at the end? Would she agree to eat the peas? What other conditions are necessary, to convince Daisy in this regard? Okay. So you can also think of a similar situation happening in your home between you and your mom, dad, brother, sister, anybody in the family. You can have, if you ask for something, just imagine you're asking for something from your brother. You give him this condition, mm, please, please give me this. Say your brother's name is uh, Arun. Arun, please give me this. Arun is not convinced. Okay, Arun, if you give me this, I'll do this for you. I'll help you in your homework. He's not yet convinced. You add further. Okay, next day you don't have to wash your clothes. I'll wash them for you. Like this you keep on adding. So think about the conversation that can happen. What the conditions you can keep on giving your brother Arun, and also how the story ends. Also think of a suitable title for the story. All right. Now this was about today. Hope you all had fun. We were speaking about something, in today's lesson we spoke about something which is very, very regular to our lives, something which happens on a daily basis. So I think everybody could have, everybody did understand what I meant to say, by narrating the story of, Daisy and her mom, and this, what the things that mom say, you can identify with it. So now is the time to give you a task. Okay, this is my favorite part of the video. What would your today's task be? Go through the story, Daisy and her mom. Okay, this, eat your peas. Write a similar story of your own. Okay, close the book. Don't refer to the book. Think of the conditions you can give your mommy to convince her for something which you like. Okay, you will be giving the conditions. Mommy would be, mommy would say no. You would have to convince your mommy. So think of a story like this. Write it in your notebooks. Okay, in your own words. Write it in your notebook, and we'll talk about it in our next class. Okay, till then, bye bye.